Alright, I'm going to demonstrate how to do a urinalysis. So we have a sample of urine. The first thing we do is you use your senses. The technician will notice if there's a smell to it. It could have like a fish smell to it. It could smell sweet. Those are all indicators of something that could go wrong. If there was that terrible, dirty, fishy smell to it, the assumption is either you have an STD or you might have a really bad infection. If it's sweet smelling, that may be indicative that you might be showing signs of throwing ketones and sugar in your urine, and that could indicate a possible problem like diabetes. The other thing we look for is color. The darker the color, the more solutes that are present. This one you see is normal and light yellow. The other thing we'd look for is something called turbidity. Turbidity means cloudiness. If a sample tends to be turbid, that means it looks cloudy, and that might be a sign that you are throwing a bunch of leukocytes. Remember, leukocytes are involved with the immune system, so that means you might have a significant infection present. This one is non-turbid, it's clear. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this dipstick that you can see here, which has, this one is a 7-panel test, so there's 7 squares on there. What you'll do is you'll take your urine sample and cover each square. I say hold it 2 minutes. Okay, and then we pull it out to see any variation. So what you do is then you line up the dipstick with this box, which gives you a color coordination. I'm lining it up. You can see the strip that I did from the urine and how it corresponds. The color on the first one is a light orange. That indicates a pH of 6. You want your urinalysis to be slightly acidic, which it is. As far as glucose, it's normal. It's a negative response for ketones. A negative to slightly trace, because it's slightly beige, response to leukocytes. No nitrates are present. Negative to slight, so it might be a trace amount of proteins, and then on the bottom there is no blood or hemoglobin present. So basically this is a normal reading for a urinalysis. And you can see as I change this around, you can see where it would definitely show that there's large percentages, high amounts, pH is off. So this is a really good indicator and a really cheap indicator on if there is a potential problem with your urine. This is a great diagnostic tool because it allows for doctors in a very cheap manner to get an idea of what might be wrong, and then if necessary doing further tests.